What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more MLB player props today over on prizepicks. If you guys aren't prizepicks, you guys are missing out for sure, man. Available in most states and in Canada. Use code DOMG. Message your first deposit 100% up to $100. But today, after 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you guys have not made an entry between 11 a.m. and now, your first entry today is risk-free up to $25 over on prizepicks. There is more details. When you guys enter the app, you guys should get a message about this, read all the details on it, but you guys can win up to $250 risk-free right now on prizepicks. I believe, don't quote me on this, but it should come back in promo funds if you guys do end up missing. So what I'm personally doing is just a 2-pick power play. I love my 2-pick power play. So I'll be doing a $25 2-pick power play with this play in today's video, actually. So we'll go ahead and talk about my prizepicks plays today. Also, if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, the link is in my description. It's less than 40 cents for a month. So if you guys are interested in joining that, we've done pretty freaking good this season. So really happy with how we've been turning out. Yeah, yesterday in the video, though, we were 1-1. Kikuchi, he screwed us over, man. He did not do too well against the Orioles of all teams. I don't know what that was about. He was not very good yesterday, but Tyler freaking killed it. He had 12 strikeouts. We took him over 5.5. So yeah, he did pretty good yesterday. He pitched 9 innings as well. So we killed that one. Unfortunately, got the short end of the stick on Kikuchi. Ended on, I guess, a hook. Not really, kind of. Half a hook, I guess we'll call it, because it was one strikeout away from a push. But we're bounced back today and hoping we have some pretty good ones. But yeah, if you guys are interested in joining the Patreon, the link is in my description. You guys can get all of my plays over there if you guys are interested in joining. So again, it's less than like 40 cents a month. And then yeah, finally join prizepicks. Both links are in the description, Patreon and prizepicks. Sorry for the really long intro. Let's hop in though and talk about some MLB player props. Okay, so I got two for you guys today. I have an interesting one. It's not going to be like a pitcher prop or anything, but I do have a strikeout prop as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at some player props here. I think we're going to start with the weird one here. We're going to first inning hits allowed here, and I'm going with the Yankees and the Rays under 1.5 hits allowed. It's an interesting prop here, I know. So over on PrizePicks, look at PrizePicks is exclusive, I think. I haven't seen this prop anywhere else. If you guys are on PrizePicks, man, I mean, just look at how many things are on the board here. I've never seen another player prop website out there like this. Tons of value on the board, but I do like this right here to go ahead and go under 1.5 hits allowed. So I do like the NRFI as well. So I like the no run first inning. That one is pretty good as well. But I just hate, I hate first inning runs allowed. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of the reason I'm staying away from that, but I just like the first inning hits a lot. I think you can really swap these out for either. So if you like the NRFI, that'll work out pretty well for you too. It should at least. So I do like that. But let's go ahead and take a look into this one here. So actually, in the last 4 games that both of these guys started, they have not allowed a hit. So or more than one hit. McClanahan, I don't think he's allowed a hit in the first inning the last 4 starts for sure. And I think Cortez had 2 games where he allowed 1 hit. So, and they have already played each other this season, by the way. McClanahan had 0 hits on him, and then the Rays put up 1 hit in the first inning against Cortez, I do believe. Don't quote me on that, but there's not really a great way to check that. I had to go manually through like the MLB app. But yeah, but also when it comes to the NRFI and kind of hits, McClanahan has not allowed a single run in an away game this year, and Cortez has not allowed a single run in a home game this year. McClanahan has played 3 away games. Cortez has played 5 home games. So in those 8 games combined, no runs have been scored. So that's pretty good news right there for both first inning hits allowed and runs. So you can really go with either here. I'm just going with the hits personally. But yeah, this game right here, it's a really low over-under here. It's a 7-run over-under here. So I'm really liking that. The worst pitcher is at home, which is pretty good. That's how I like to see it. But yeah, that's pretty good. So McClanahan, I'm not really worried about McClanahan too much. He should go off today. I don't really doubt that. I don't mind the over 6.5 strikeouts either. I'm sure I'll get a ton of questions about that. But yeah, and then he's going against the Yankees, obviously. So I'm liking the spot there. But you can go ahead and take a look at this real quick. It is MLB teams runs per game. The Yankees are 3rd in that, and then you have the Rays that are 20th in that. But once you switch it to hits allowed here, because you go to hits per game. This is another reason why I'm kind of taking the hits instead. The Yankees dropped to 13th, and the Rays dropped to 25th. So they're a lot worse when it comes to hits than they are runs. So instead of just getting worried about a lucky bomb on the last batter, I'm just going to go ahead and go with the hits instead. So it could work out for us. It could end up being the same result as the first inning or for the runs allowed. You just never know, man. So we'll see. But I'm liking that right there. That's going to be the first play of the day. Switch it up a little bit. I think that's the first inning hits allowed that I played on the channel. I've played a couple over on the Patreon. I think they've all done pretty well. I don't know if I've even missed one over on the Patreon, but I don't play them too often. But Anyways, let's take a look into our second player prop here, which is going to be a strikeout prop here. Everybody and their mother is on this play. So, I'm kind of, a little bit skeptical of this. It's not my favorite play of the day, but I do like it. I will say Luis Castillo over 5.5 strikeouts. Castillo, excuse me. I believe that's how you say his name. So over 5.5 strikeouts. That's going to be my second prop of the day here. Let's take a look more into this one here. And if you do, he is a minus 143 to go over his 5.5 strikeout mark. And Arizona ranks 6th in K percentage versus right-handed pitchers. So it's going to be a really, really good matchup K percentage wise. But he is not the best on the road. That is kind of the reason this is throwing me for a loop a little bit, is that Castillo is not that great when it comes to the road games. He takes a kind of a severe drop when it comes to away games. So he's just got such a good matchup though, which we'll take a look at here. So St. Louis here, definitely a tough matchup. He was on the road against them. He only had 3 strikeouts. Not too worried about that. It's a really tough team, the Cardinals, at least for striking out. But then it comes to Washington and Boston, who are very, very tough strikeout teams. He had 6 and 10 against them. And that one was against Boston, too. At Boston, he had 10 strikeouts against them. So that's really good news right there. I really do like to see that. But then the Cubs game, he had 6 right there. Good. Toronto, he had 5. Another kind of a harder strikeout team. Not as hard as like Washington, St. Louis, and Boston. But actually, they might kind of be. I think they actually are. But yeah, and then he had like 2 strikeouts against the Pirates, which really sucked. Brewers, he had 5. Pirates, he had 5. So that stretches into last season, though, this Pirates game right here. You take a look, though, at his away games here. 3, 10, 5, 2, 5, 5, 6, 8. So you can just see it's not as good when he's on the road. So that's kind of something I don't like, even though we did play 3 really tough teams here in St. Louis, Boston, and Toronto. But that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But then you take a look at the starting pitcher game log versus the Diamondbacks. Take a look at how opposing pitchers have done. Tyler had 12 yesterday, like I was talking about. Minor had 5. Suarez had 2. Zach Wheeler had 8, so he did pretty good. Kyle Gibson had 4. Tyler, again, had 10, so that's really good. Ashcraft, 4. Then you have Hunter Green with 8, so they're just kind of all over the place. There are some really good names, though, that have gone over, or not even that big. Like Rosie was at probably, 4.5 strikeouts. He had 8 in that one, so it's kind of all over the place with the Diamondbacks, but I am liking a little bit of Luis Castillo over 5.5 strikeouts in today's game. So that's what I got for you guys today. We got a first inning hits allowed and a Luis Castillo strikeout prop right there. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Tail at your own risk. Tail at your own risk. It is $25 risk-free for your first entry, past 11 a.m. So I've not made an entry since 11 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and enter this right now, $25 risk-free, and pray that it hits, man. Hoping for that 2-0 mini sweep, and I can take my $75 and run. So that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, sign up for Prize Picks and take a look at the Patreon if you guys if you are interested. But that is pretty much going to do it, man. I seriously do appreciate watching. I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace out, boys. Best of luck today. Tail at your own risk.